now my pleasure to introduce the Chair of the Trustees of the Village Hall, Jackie Andrews.
On behalf of all the population of Draycott in the Clay, that I issue a very warm welcome to the Vice Lord Lieutenant of Staffordshire and East Staffs and his wife Christine, and to the Mayor of East Staffordshire Borough Council, Beryl Toon, and her husband James. Thank you very much. To remind us to know why we're here. We're here for two reasons really. One is that we are here to say a very public thank you to Tesco's, who worked so hard to refurbish and give facelift to our kitchen, which was looking rather tired. We were told about a Tesco community grant. Hannah, sitting here, is the Tesco community champion. Hannah phoned me up and said, Rupert from Knights Charity in Uttoxeter said, we will donate £1,000 towards giving a facelift to the kitchen. This is a beautiful old building, and there are some people here who actually went to school here when it was the village school, which is absolutely fantastic. The parish council are really good, and they do give us a grant to keep the basics going. But if we're going to have a thriving village hall that really is the hub of village life, and where hopefully we can attract people to participate, come together and enjoy the facility, then we need to be able to raise finances as well. One of the main reasons we're here today is to say a very public thank you to Tesco's, because they did all the work themselves, and I can only say that it was much, much appreciated and absolutely brilliant. What we would like to see with your new trustees, new committee, is that the village hall again becomes the hub of village life. So, having given my very heartfelt thanks to Hannah and her team, I would now like to call Graham Stowe, the Vice Lord Lieutenant of Staffordshire, to say a few words. Thank you, Graham.
Chairman, well, first of all, thank you very much for inviting my wife and I to come here this afternoon. We're delighted to be here. I bring the apologies of the Lord Lieutenant, who, as he seems to have every day, has got a number of appointments today and wasn't able to be here, but his loss is my gain, and I'm delighted to be here. I've had a look at what you've done here, and I do congratulate you and your committee and your helpers on the initiative you've taken here. You've clearly created something that's really very nice, and I know these things don't happen by magic. They happen by lots of hard work by lots and lots of people, so I do congratulate you on that. My wife and I have lived in villages, I think, for the last 30 years up in Yorkshire and here, and I'm absolutely well aware of how important a village hall is to any community. It provides a facility for the community to use, which if it wasn't here, you would never happen. There are all kinds of things won't happen. And of course it also provides a great focus for the community, and it helps bring the community together. This is a lovely building. I know it isn't ideal. If you were building a village hall now, you probably wouldn't build this, you know, because you've got low ceilings and so on, but it is a beautiful building. And I'm glad that not only by using it as the village hall, you've preserved it, and I think that's a very nice thing to do. Thank you very, very much for inviting us. We're glad to be here, and I hope it's going to be put to the use that you hope for.
Thank you very much.
It's now my pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to invite the Mayor of East Staffordshire Borough Council, Beryl Toon, to come up, and along with the Vice Lord Lieutenant, we've got a little plaque to celebrate the event. So, Madam Mayor, if you'd like to come this side and gently pull it.
You need years of training to do this. They think it's easy, you know.
Well, what I've seen so far, you should really be proud of what you've got, and so please do use it to keep it going. So I unveil your plaque for you.
Oh, there we are.
Well done.
representative of Tesco to come and tell us what they really thought about doing. We have Andrew, who was the acting store manager during this tumultuous event. So Andrew, if you'd like to say a few words.
I'm sure you'll be incredibly
Good afternoon, everyone. Lovely to be here on such a nice afternoon. So I suppose a couple of big thank yous first. So first of all to Rupert and the Utoxeter Knights for funding the project, but also our sort of partners at B&Q next door to us for giving us some sort of really big discounts on the kitchen. So if we could just have a round of applause first of all for those. But no, it was great to come down on that first afternoon and see the kitchen in the state it was in. Probably about 15 colleagues down here in total across the 2 days. Really enjoyed getting stuck into it, and it's great to see the fantastic facility that it's turned into now. We've just got one other special thank you. So we had quite a few colleagues down here, but one person in particular was there sort of more than most, and that's Gary, who was sitting over there. So special welcome. So yeah, special thanks to Gary and Bobby, who sort of spent more time here than most, just making sure it's spot on and finished off. So hope you get some great use out of it, and yeah, we really enjoyed doing it. So thank you. Thank you. Cheers.
And while we're in the mood, could I invite Rupert Hill of Knights of Utoxeter just to tell us a little bit about the organisation that's provided the money for this event.
Very quickly, you've heard enough speeches already. Utoxeter Knights, a group of idiots who got together decided want to help their local community. We raise funds in Utoxeter and they go to organisations, bodies, individuals within probably a 5-mile radius of Utoxeter town centre. That is it, basically. We thoroughly enjoy it. That's the one thing with community work, and I'm sure a lot of people in this room will agree with me. You've got to enjoy what you're doing, which is why I wish you all the very, very best with this building. I sincerely hope it gets used well. Thank you very much indeed.
We're at Draycott and Clay Village Hall, and here we have Jackie, who is the chair.
Hello.
Hi Jackie. So I believe we've had a refurbishment of the kitchen.
We certainly have, and all thanks to Tesco community team.
Right.
And Knights, the charity in Utoxeter, with some help from B&Q.
B&Q,
So they were
yes.
all very helpful, and we're very, very grateful.
And they've all attended today.
Yes, they have all come, and so have quite a few villages, which is really great.
So what are we hoping that we'll get out of that?
We're hoping that it will become a much more welcoming environment for people to rent for their own functions, and also it will make it much easier and much nicer to host our own events for the villagers. And we run some classes here too. We've got line dancing and Pilates and a little preschool, but we're hoping to generate more income, because obviously an old building takes a bit of upkeep, really. What I feel are the real benefits of having the refurbished kitchen that makes it much more welcoming for people is that, to me, a small village or a smallish village needs to be able to become the hub of the village. There needs to be somewhere that's welcoming for people to hold events, to bring a village together. Because these days we all tend to lead very solitary, very individual lives. It takes a lot to get people to get out of their nice warm houses. So we really want to host events that people want to come to bring people together. And we also want that it's welcoming enough that people will hold their own events here. Parties, weddings, whatever.
Well, I hope that goes well for everybody in the community.
I really do.
I've enjoyed this afternoon because it's a wonderful facility. I think the community will benefit greatly from it. I really do, especially if they make good use of it. And they've started by having live and local, which is a good thing.
Oh, right,
that
yeah.
will help fill it. And I think B&Q, Tesco have done them proud, and the Knights charity. And with a little bit of forethought in that, this will be a really thriving place to be.
So what was this building before?
School.
A school?
Yeah.
So many of the community would remember
Well,
it?
yes, they should. I mean, it's a long time ago, so there won't be so many of them left now, I should think.
Yeah.
We're all getting old. So
it's important.
It's important,
Yeah.
And it is sort of not central, but it's in the middle of the village, so it should do quite well.